The video game industry is in a strange spot right now. For players, this might feel like a golden era with incredible games available across consoles, handhelds, and PCs, made even more accessible through subscription services like Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus. But behind the scenes, the industry is struggling. Studios are shutting down, original projects are being scrapped, and thousands of talented game developers, artists, and programmers are losing their jobs. The AAA video game bubble has officially burst. Over the past 2 years, more than 23,000 jobs have been lost in the gaming industry, with a shocking 6,000 layoffs in January 2024 alone. Major studios like Arcane Austin, Volition, and Firewalk Studios have shut their doors, and this trend shows no sign of slowing down. Analysts suggest this crisis partly stems from companies overextending during the COVID-19 pandemic, but the issues run much deeper. AAA games are now outrageously expensive to make. Just 5 years ago, budgets averaged $50 to $150 million. Today, even the smallest AAA project costs at least $200 million, with some ballooning to over $1 billion when marketing is included. Take Call of Duty, for example. Activision admits it now requires 1.5 studios to churn out a single yearly installment, costing upwards of $300 million. Other publishers have reported games costing as much as $1.2 billion, making even the most popular titles a massive financial gamble. When these expensive projects fail to make money quickly, studios are forced to cut their losses. Sega's sci-fi shooter Hyenas was cancelled after 7 years of development because Sega doubted it could recoup its costs. Similarly, Blizzard's ambitious survival game Odyssey was scrapped after Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard, leaving fans and developers with little explanation. Part of the problem lies in the industry's obsession with live service games, which aim to hook players for years with ongoing updates and monetization schemes. However, these games are incredibly risky. Studios like Firewalk, which poured 8 years and over $200 million into their live service title Concord, were shut down when the game failed to find an audience during beta testing. Even well-loved franchises are being left to gather dust because they don't fit the live service mold. Meanwhile, live service juggernauts like Fortnite and GTA Online dominate the market, making it nearly impossible for new games to break through. Without the time or money to let these games grow, studios are abandoning them at an alarming rate. While AAA studios struggle, indie developers are thriving by offering smaller, more focused experiences. Games like UFO 50, Animal Well, and The Crimson Diamond are earning praise for their creative gameplay and nostalgic charm. Many of these projects are made by tiny teams or even solo developers who pour years of passion into their work. These games don't need massive worlds or endless side quests. They're simply fun, and that's what players are craving. The gaming industry has 2 paths ahead. It can stick to the current model of bigger budgets and endless live service attempts, risking financial disaster with every release. Or, it can shift toward smaller, more creative projects that prioritize gameplay and innovation over sheer scale. The bottom line? Players don't need another sprawling map filled with repetitive content. They need games that remind them why they fell in love with gaming in the first place. It's time for the industry to remember that games should be fun, not just bigger, louder, and more expensive.